Hi everyone,
I'm Savidya.
I'm Basru.
We welcome you to the fourth episode of
History with Grandma, and this is our grandma Tilakarandani. I go Anathamma.
I go one.
In our last episode, we promised to continue the discussion about ancient international trade.
Yes, in this book, Dharmashoka Rajuge Aradhanave, Magade Avises Labu, Ape Devanam Petis Rajru. You had given us an entire chapter on that topic.
Attamma, my friend Ilasha reminds us that you had mentioned about some ironworks which were found by Dr. Raj Somadeva. She wants to know whether those Yakkas had also exported those iron goods.
Actually, we don't have any written evidence for that period, but many years later, we have heard that the famous Damascus swords were made out of our Sri Lankan steel.
Why are they so famous?
These swords were very sharp and very strong because of our good quality of steel. And one of my friends, Mr. Anranandalal, informed me that the Western scientists had found that this steel was made by using nanotechnology.
Athamma, did we only import horses as mentioned in the previous episode?
Dr. Senaka Bandaranaike, an archaeologist, and Dr. Raj Somadeva had found a necklace in a cave at Belambed Palace, which was made out of stones called carnelian. And Dr. Bandaranaike says this necklace was imported from Gujarat in 300 years before King Prince Vijaya's arrival.
Athamma, why do we import necklaces?
I don't know why.
Maybe the owner of this necklace was a merchant, and when he was in Gujarat, he saw this nice necklace and wanted to buy it for his wife.
Oh yes, that's a good idea. According to Athamma, only one necklace has been found.
Attamma, in our first episode, you mentioned that before Prince Vijay landed here, we were civilized people. That Dr. Raj Somadeva has found a house like a modern one. How can people have forgotten all this?
Because these incidents had happened a long time ago, so people had forgotten about this. But they didn't have any written materials even. So, but they made some to keep up their memories from generation to generation. They made some folk tales, fables, riddles, games, and like that. So we call them folklore. And if you examine them carefully, you will find some history facts out of them.
Okay, but can you give us some examples for them?
Have you heard the game Olinda Kelia?
Oh yes.
Olinda is a small red seat with a black dot in it, right?
That's it. And this game is played. We played in during the Sinhala festival days as a tribute to goddess Pattini. And this game is played by two groups of girls, and they used to sing a song as they played. And out of this song, we can get more facts, history facts.
By a song, will you sing it first?
Yes. ඔලින්ද තිබෙන්නේ කොයි කොයි දේසේ ඔලින්ද තිබෙන්නේ බංගලි දේසේ ගෙනත් සදන්නේ කොයි කොයි දේසේ ගෙනත් සදන්නේ සිංහල දේසේ. I will explain it for you. The first group asked, where can you find all in the seeds? The second group answered, they are in Bangladesh. And the second group, the first group asked again, where to which country this all in the seeds brought and make it. So then the second group answered, it was brought to a Sinhala Dese and make it. make it something or like that. So, from this song, can you get any facts about from this song?
No. No, we can't.
You can't. But I happen to notice 5 facts from this song. I will tell it. The first thing is the girls knew there is another country called Bangladesh, and the Bangladesh used to export some raw materials for some production to some country. Then the country which import this this all in the seeds is called Sinhala Desi, and that is because Sinhala, our country was known as Sinhala Desi for a long period, and these are some as these are some raw materials. They I think they are making something out of this all in the seeds, and I think this game is played by 2 groups of girls. It means they are making something out of this all in the seeds as a household industry.
Attamma, I think it's better we call it cave hole industry.
Yes, you can say like that.
Attamma, I just got the 6th point of that song.
Did you?
Yes, Gujarat was known as Bangladesh.
Basuru, if you look at the map of India, the Gujarat is in the west side of India, and Bangladesh is in east side of India. And if you draw a straight line from Gujarat, it ends in Bangladesh.
Oh, Basuru, here we are again.
I think it's time to say goodbye. I go on, Attamma.
I go on.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.